G'day folks. Well, this video is about a diesel fuel additive. Now, before you go running for the hills and saying this is snake oil, this stuff cannot work, I want you to give it a little bit of a chance. I've been using this stuff for about the last 18 months. And when you think about it, when you buy premium petrol for your vehicle, that actually contains a whole bunch of additives and detergents, and we're prepared to pay a lot more money for that. But diesel, well, it's a little bit different. Often people say, well, I've been using diesel for the last 40 years and it's had no additives and I've gone just fine. And you know, that can also be the case. But can you go a little bit better? Can you get a little bit more out of every tank of diesel and maybe even run more efficiently in your four-wheel drive? Well, that is what this stuff claims to do. And when I say claims, I actually genuinely think it does do that, having used it for the last 18 months. How does it do it? Well, in a few different ways, and I'll steer you through the 7 different things that Fyrex CI is supposed to do, and I reckon actually does, for your diesel vehicle. Now, first up, Fyrex CI has actually got inbuilt into it a flocculant. Now, what that does is it de-emulsifies the water that is in your diesel. Now, all diesel does have a small element of water in it. It actually makes your engine run more efficiently, but if you have too much water, then that's when you're going to run into problems. And I'm not talking, you know, you've had a full-on bad batch of fuel. This stuff is not going to fix 30 litres of water in your tank by any means, but for that condensation and that overwatered fuel that you might have in your system, it's just going to make your engine run with more efficiency, and you're also going to have less corrosion in your system. Sometimes when you're out in the bush and you're getting fuel from some places that may not have amazing fuel hygiene, you can actually get infected fuel that is infected with microbes. These are these little microorganisms that actually live in your fuel tank, in your diesel, and they actually consume diesel to live. And when they die, obviously they create organic matter that can then go and stuff up your entire fuel lines and your fuel system. This stuff has inbuilt into it a biocide. It kills those microbes stone dead, so those problems don't occur. On top of that, it's got inbuilt a stabilizer, and that counteracts oxidation, which causes rust, and you certainly don't want any rust in your fuel system. This little bottle also contains what's called an upper cylinder lubricant. Now, that helps your engine not just with frictional losses and longevity, but it also helps with the efficiency of your engine. Now, most diesel owners really appreciate that the way that your fuel burns is critical to the efficiency and the power that you get out of your engine. And how that happens needs to really occur through efficient atomization of that fuel. So that injector really needs to provide a beautiful fine spray. But how do you make that happen? Well, you make that happen when you use what's called a surfactant. Now, Fyrex CI has that surfactant that means that atomization is going to occur with maximum efficiency, giving you a far cleaner and more efficient burn of that very, very precious diesel. Now, no matter how much we look after our diesel that goes in our vehicle, at the end of the day, we're not in control over that entire period from when it's dug out of the ground, going through the refinery, and when it lands in your tank. So, as a result, there are always going to be some imperfections in that fuel that can create less efficiency for your engine. And as a result, in Fyrex CI, they have an inbuilt injector cleaner that's going to keep your injectors running efficiently and sparkly clean for as long as you keep it up to your tank. And the last element in Fyrex CI is actually called a cetane improver. Now, the cetane rating is essentially how much bang for your buck you're getting out of each droplet or each litre of diesel. And this has got a cetane improver inside it. So that basically means that your engine and your efficiency is going to be improved. Now, what sort of improvements should you expect? Well, in my Ranger and my Everest, I've been seeing improvements of around about 1 to 2 litres per 100 kilometres. So it's not massive, but when you add that up over time, that is a significant amount of dollars that you can save. And with all the other elements that are going to help protect that expensive diesel engine that's under the bonnet and your entire fuel system, I reckon Fyrex CI is actually a really good investment for you and your four-wheel drive.